It was 12:30 a.m. when the phone rang, jolting Claire from her sleep. The familiar ringtone sent a wave of dread through her. It was her daughter, Lily. "Mom, I don't know where to go." Lily's voice cracked, barely above a whisper. "Mark kicked me out." Claire's heart sank. She had been dreading this call ever since Lily married Mark 6 months ago. There was something about him that never sat right with her, a smugness that masked a darker side. "I'm on my way, sweetheart. Just tell me where you are," Claire replied, already pulling on her boots, the phone pressed between her ear and shoulder. "The cafe on Maple Street," Lily managed to say, her voice trembling. Claire could hear the quiet sobs in her daughter's voice, the careful control she had learned from years of dance recitals and public speaking slipping away. "Stay there. I'll be there in 20 minutes, Claire said, her hands gripping the steering wheel tightly as she drove through the empty streets, street lights casting long shadows across the pavement. When she arrived, she found Lily huddled in a corner of the cafe, a small duffel bag at her feet. The mascara had left dark trails down her cheeks. "Baby girl," Claire whispered, pulling her into a warm embrace. "What happened?" Lily buried her face in her mother's shoulder, her voice muffled. "He said I was nothing without him, that I'd never make it on my own." A surge of fury rose in Claire's chest. "Tell me everything," she urged, her heart aching for her daughter. "I found messages on his phone. He's been seeing someone from work. When I confronted him, he laughed. He said I should be grateful for everything he's given me, then told me to get out." Claire's heart raced as she listened, her protective instincts kicking in. She pulled back slightly to look into Lily's eyes, filled with pain and confusion. "Let's get you home," Claire said softly, leading her daughter out of the cafe. The drive back was quiet, broken only by Lily's occasional sniffles. Claire watched her from the corner of her eye, seeing shadows of herself 20 years ago. The same broken spirit, the same shame. But this time, Claire had something she didn't have back then. Power. Once home, Claire made Lily a cup of chamomile tea, just like she used to when Lily had nightmares as a child. They settled on the couch, and Claire took a deep breath, ready to share a secret that could change everything. "Lily, do you remember that summer when I worked extra shifts at the diner?" Claire asked, her voice steady. Lily nodded slowly, her green eyes wide with curiosity. "You were never home. I stayed with Aunt Regina a lot." "I wasn't just working at the diner," Clara continued, her heart racing. "I made an investment. A friend had this startup idea about cloud computing. I put everything I had into it, sold my car, took out a loan. Everyone said I was crazy." "What are you saying, Mom?" Lily asked, confusion etched on her face. "That company is worth billions now. I own 10% of Tech Cloud Solutions." The teacup slipped from Lily's hands, spilling tea across the carpet. Neither of them moved to clean it up, the weight of Claire's revelation hanging in the air. "But you still live in this house. You drive a Honda," Lily stammered. "I kept it quiet after what happened with your father. I learned that sometimes the best power is the one nobody knows you have," Claire said, reaching for her daughter's hand. "And now it's time to use it." Lily looked at her mother, a mix of disbelief and hope in her eyes. "I don't understand." "Tomorrow, we're going to show Mark exactly what you're worth without him," Claire said, squeezing her hand. "Trust me, it's going to be a lot more than he ever imagined." Lily pulled back, wiping her eyes. "What are you planning?" Claire smiled, feeling a sense of determination wash over her. "Let's just say I've been waiting for the right moment to help you spread your wings." As she tucked Lily into the guest bed later, just like when she was little, Claire couldn't help but smile. Mark thought he was dealing with a helpless young wife and her middle-class mother. He had no idea what was coming. The next morning, Claire woke up early, her mind racing with plans. She brewed a fresh pot of coffee and sat at the kitchen table, staring at the papers scattered before her. She had to act quickly. Lily emerged from the guest room, her hair tousled and eyes still heavy with sleep. "What's the plan, Mom?" she asked, rubbing her eyes. "We're meeting with David, the lawyer, this afternoon," Claire replied, her voice steady. "He's going to help us prepare for what's coming." Lily nodded, a flicker of determination crossing her face. "I want to fight back. I don't want him to think he can control me anymore." Claire smiled, proud of her daughter's newfound resolve. "That's the spirit. We'll show him that you're stronger than he thinks." As they finished breakfast, Claire shared her vision for the future. "Once we get through this, I want you to take charge of your life. You deserve to be happy and successful on your own terms." Lily's eyes sparkled with hope. "What if he tries to take everything from me?" "He won't," Claire assured her. "We have the law on our side, and I have evidence of his manipulation. We'll make sure he knows that you're not just a pawn in his game." Later that day, they arrived at David's office, a sleek building in the heart of the city. Claire felt a mix of nerves and excitement as they stepped inside. David greeted them with a warm smile, his demeanor professional yet approachable. "Let's get started," he said, leading them into a conference room. "I've reviewed your case, and I believe we have a strong position." As they discussed the details, Claire felt a sense of empowerment wash over her. David explained how they could present Lily's story to the court, emphasizing her strength and independence. "Mark's attempts to control you will only backfire," David said confidently. "We'll show the judge that you're capable of managing your own life and finances." Lily listened intently, her confidence growing with each passing moment. "What do I need to do?" she asked, determination in her voice. "First, we need to gather evidence of his emotional abuse," David replied. "Any text messages, emails, or witnesses who can support your claims will be crucial." Claire chimed in. "I have recordings of conversations where he belittles her. We can use those." David nodded, impressed. "That's a great start. We'll also prepare a statement for you to read in court so you can share your experience directly." As they left the meeting, Lily turned to Claire, her eyes shining. "I feel like I can actually do this, Mom. I'm ready to fight." Claire wrapped her arm around her daughter's shoulders, feeling a surge of pride. "You're not alone in this. We're in it together." The next few days were a whirlwind of activity. Claire and Lily worked tirelessly to gather evidence, documenting every instance of Mark's manipulation and control. They spent hours going through old messages and emails, reliving painful memories, but also finding strength in their shared resolve. One evening, as they sat on the couch, Lily looked at her mother. "I can't believe how far we've come in just a few days. I feel like I'm finally taking control of my life." Claire smiled, her heart swelling with pride. "You are, sweetheart, and this is just the beginning." As the court date approached, the tension in the air was palpable. Claire could sense Lily's anxiety, but she also saw the determination in her daughter's eyes. They were ready to face whatever came next. On the day of the hearing, Claire and Lily arrived at the courthouse, their hearts racing. The atmosphere was charged with anticipation as they walked through the halls, surrounded by the sounds of lawyers and clients discussing their cases. "Remember, just stay calm and speak from your heart," Claire whispered to Lily as they waited outside the courtroom. "I will, Mom. I'm ready," Lily replied, her voice steady. As they entered the courtroom, Claire felt a wave of emotions wash over her. This was it, the moment they had been preparing for. They took their seats, and Claire held Lily's hand tightly, offering silent support. The judge entered, and the proceedings began. Mark's lawyer stood up first, painting a picture of Lily as a vulnerable young woman who couldn't manage her own life. Claire felt her blood boil as she listened to the lies being spun. But when it was Lily's turn to speak, Claire felt a sense of pride swell within her. Lily stood tall, her voice clear and strong as she began to share her story. "I'm not a victim," Lily declared, her eyes scanning the room. "I'm a survivor. My husband has tried to control me, to make me feel worthless. But I'm here today to take back my life." Claire watched as Lily's confidence grew with each word. This was the moment they had both been waiting for, the moment Lily would reclaim her power. Lily's voice echoed in the courtroom, resonating with strength and determination. "I spent too long feeling like I was nothing without Mark. He told me I was worthless, that I couldn't survive on my own, but I'm here to prove him wrong." Claire felt a surge of pride as she watched her daughter stand before the judge, her posture straight and her expression fierce. This was the Lily she had always known was inside, waiting for the right moment to emerge. "I found messages on his phone," Lily continued, her voice unwavering. "He was seeing someone else while I was trying to make our marriage work. When I confronted him, he laughed at me. He said I should be grateful for everything he's given me, and then he kicked me out." The courtroom was silent, the tension palpable as everyone absorbed Lily's words. Claire could see the judge leaning forward, intrigued by Lily's testimony. "I've spent my life working hard, trying to build a future for myself," Lily said, her voice gaining momentum. "I've always been the one to support Mark, to believe in him, but now I realize that I need to believe in myself." Claire's heart swelled with emotion. This was the moment they had both been waiting for, the moment Lily would reclaim her power. As Lily spoke, Claire felt a sense of hope wash over her. She remembered the struggles she had faced in her own life, the sacrifices she had made to provide for her family, and now, watching her daughter rise from the ashes of a broken relationship, she felt a renewed sense of purpose. "I'm not just a wife," Lily declared, her voice ringing with conviction. "I'm a woman with dreams and ambitions. I want to build my own life, independent of Mark's control." The judge nodded, clearly impressed by Lily's courage. "Thank you, Ms. Parker. Your testimony is powerful." As Lily finished speaking, Claire felt a wave of relief wash over her. They had come this far, and there was no turning back now. After the hearing, Claire and Lily stepped out of the courtroom, the weight of the world lifting from their shoulders. They had faced Mark together, and Lily had emerged victorious. "I can't believe I did that, Mom," Lily said, her eyes shining with tears of joy. "I finally stood up for myself." Claire pulled her daughter into a tight embrace. "You were incredible, Lily. I'm so proud of you." As they walked out of the courthouse, they were met by a throng of reporters eager to hear Lily's story. Claire felt a mix of anxiety and excitement as they approached the cameras. "Miss Parker, how do you feel about the hearing today?" one reporter shouted. Lily took a deep breath, her confidence still soaring. "I feel empowered. I'm ready to take control of my life and help others who are in similar situations." Claire watched as her daughter spoke with poise and grace, her heart swelling with pride. This was the woman she had always known Lily could be, a strong, independent individual ready to take on the world. As they drove home, Claire couldn't help but smile. "You're going to inspire so many people, Lily. This is just the beginning." "I hope so, Mom," Lily replied, her voice filled with determination. "I want to help other women find their strength, just like I did." That night, as they sat together on the couch, Claire and Lily began brainstorming ideas for a foundation that would support women in similar situations. They wanted to create a safe space where women could share their stories and find the resources they needed to rebuild their lives. "What should we call it?" Lily asked, her eyes sparkling with excitement. Claire thought for a moment. "How about the Empowerment Project? It captures the essence of what we want to achieve." "I love it," Lily exclaimed. "It's perfect." As they continued to discuss their vision, Claire felt a sense of purpose wash over her. They were not just fighting for Lily's future. They were fighting for the futures of countless women who had been silenced and controlled. The next few weeks were a whirlwind of activity. Claire and Lily worked tirelessly to establish the foundation, reaching out to local organizations and gathering support from the community. They organized workshops, support groups, and events to raise awareness about emotional abuse and the importance of empowerment. Lily's story began to gain traction in the media, and soon they were invited to speak at various events, sharing their journey and inspiring others to take control of their lives. One evening, as they prepared for a speaking engagement, Claire looked at Lily, her heart full of pride. "You've come so far, sweetheart. I can't believe how much you've grown." Lily smiled, her confidence shining through. "I couldn't have done it without you, Mom. You believed in me when I didn't believe in myself." Claire felt a lump in her throat. "We're in this together, always." As they stepped onto the stage that night, Claire felt a rush of emotions. They were no longer just a mother and daughter. They were a powerful team, ready to change lives and make a difference. "Thank you all for being here tonight," Lily began, her voice steady. "I want to share my story with you, not just to talk about my struggles, but to show you that there is hope and strength within each of us." Claire watched as Lily spoke, her heart swelling with pride. This was the moment they had both been waiting for, the moment they would inspire others to rise from their own struggles. The weeks following the hearing were filled with anticipation and anxiety as Claire and Lily prepared for the next phase of their fight against Mark. They had gathered substantial evidence of his emotional abuse, and now it was time to present it in court once again. One evening, as they sat at the kitchen table reviewing their notes, Lily looked up, her brow furrowed with concern. "Mom, what if he tries to twist everything I say? What if he makes me look bad?" Claire reached across the table, placing her hand over Lily's. "Just remember, you're telling your truth. We have the facts on our side, and David will be there to guide you through it. You're stronger than you think." Lily took a deep breath, trying to calm her racing heart. "I know, but it's just so overwhelming. I don't want to go back to feeling like I'm not enough." "You are enough, Lily," Claire reassured her, her voice firm. "You've already proven that by standing up to him. This is just another step in reclaiming your life." On the day of the trial, Claire felt a mix of nerves and determination. They arrived at the courthouse early, the air thick with tension. As they walked through the halls, Claire could see other families dealing with their own struggles, each one carrying their own burdens. "Stay strong, Lily," Claire whispered as they approached the courtroom door. "You've got this." Inside, the atmosphere was charged. Mark sat at the plaintiff's table, his expression smug as he glanced at Lily. Claire felt a surge of anger but reminded herself to stay calm. This was about Lily, not about Mark. The judge entered, and the proceedings began. Mark's lawyer stood up first, attempting to paint Lily as unstable and incapable of managing her own life. Claire clenched her fists, ready to defend her daughter. "Miss Parker, can you explain to the court why you believe you are capable of managing your own finances?" the lawyer asked, his tone condescending. Lily took a deep breath, her heart racing. "I've been working hard to build my own life. I've invested in my future, and I've learned to stand on my own 2 feet. I'm not just Mark's wife. I'm a woman with my own dreams and ambitions." The judge nodded, clearly interested in Lily's response. Claire felt a wave of pride wash over her. This was the moment they had both been waiting for. As the trial continued, Claire watched as Lily presented her evidence. Text messages, emails, and witness testimonies painted a clear picture of Mark's manipulation and control. Each piece of evidence strengthened their case, and Claire could see the tide turning in their favor. When it was finally Claire's turn to testify, she felt a mix of emotions. She stood before the judge, her heart pounding. "I'm here to support my daughter," she began, her voice steady. I've watched her grow and struggle in a relationship that was toxic and damaging. Mark has manipulated her emotionally, making her feel worthless and dependent on him." Claire glanced at Lily, who was watching her with wide eyes filled with gratitude. "I want the court to understand that Lily is not just a victim. She is a survivor. She has the strength to rebuild her life, and I will do everything in my power to support her." The judge listened intently, and Claire could see the impact of her words. She felt a sense of relief wash over her as she finished her testimony, knowing they were fighting for something much bigger than themselves. As the trial progressed, Mark's lawyer attempted to discredit Lily's evidence, but David was quick to counter every argument. The courtroom was filled with tension, but Claire felt a growing sense of hope. They were making progress. Finally, it was time for closing statements. Mark's lawyer stood up, trying to paint a picture of Lily as a reckless and unstable individual. Claire felt her heart race as she listened, but she knew they had the truth on their side. When David stood to present their closing argument, Claire felt a wave of confidence wash over her. "Your Honor, we have presented clear evidence of emotional abuse and manipulation. Lily Parker is not just a victim. She is a strong, capable woman who deserves to reclaim her life. We ask that the court recognize her strength and grant her the independence she has fought so hard to achieve." As David finished, Claire felt a sense of unity with Lily. They had fought this battle together, and no matter the outcome, they had already won in so many ways. After the trial, as they walked out of the courthouse, Claire turned to Lily, her heart full. "You were amazing today. I'm so proud of you." Lily smiled, a mixture of relief and exhaustion on her face. "I couldn't have done it without you, Mom. Thank you for believing in me." As they drove home, Claire felt a sense of hope for the future. They had faced their fears and stood up to Mark together. No matter what happened next, they had each other, and that was the most important thing of all. The days following the trial were a whirlwind of emotions for Claire and Lily. They had poured their hearts into the courtroom, and now they were left waiting for the judge's decision. The uncertainty hung in the air like a thick fog, but they were determined to stay positive. One evening, as they sat on the couch together, Claire turned to Lily. "How are you feeling about everything? I know it's been a lot to process." Lily sighed, her fingers nervously twisting a strand of hair. "I'm anxious, Mom. What if the judge doesn't rule in my favor? What if Mark tries to come after me again?" Claire reached out, placing a comforting hand on Lily's shoulder. "No matter what happens, you've already shown so much strength. You stood up for yourself, and that's something to be proud of. We'll face whatever comes next together." Lily nodded, but Claire could see the worry in her eyes. "I just want to move on with my life. I want to start fresh and help other women who are going through what I did." Claire smiled, feeling a surge of pride for her daughter's determination. "And you will. We'll get the foundation up and running, and we'll make a difference in the lives of others." As the days turned into weeks, Claire and Lily focused on building the Empowerment Project. They reached out to local businesses for support, organized community events, and began to create a network of resources for women in need. The response was overwhelmingly positive, and soon they had a team of volunteers eager to help. Then, one afternoon, as they were finalizing plans for their first workshop, Claire's phone buzzed with a notification. It was an email from the courthouse. Her heart raced as she opened it, her hands trembling. "Lily, it's the judge's decision," Claire exclaimed, her voice filled with excitement. Lily rushed over, her eyes wide with anticipation. "What does it say?" Claire read the email aloud, her heart pounding. "The court has ruled in favor of Lily Parker. The judge recognizes the emotional abuse she endured and grants her full control over her finances and assets." Lily gasped, tears of joy streaming down her face. "I can't believe it. We did it, Mom. I'm free." Claire pulled her daughter into a tight embrace, both of them laughing and crying at the same time. "You deserve this, Lily. You fought so hard for your freedom." As they celebrated, Claire felt a weight lift from her shoulders. They had faced the darkness together, and now they were stepping into the light. In the following weeks, Lily's story gained traction in the media. She was invited to speak at various events, sharing her journey and inspiring others to find their strength. Claire watched with pride as her daughter transformed into a powerful advocate for women's rights. One evening, after a successful speaking engagement, Lily returned home, her face glowing with excitement. "Mom, you won't believe the response I got. So many women came up to me afterward, sharing their stories. They want to be part of the empowerment project." Claire beamed, her heart swelling with pride. "That's amazing, Lily. You're making a real difference." As they continued to build the foundation, Claire and Lily found themselves surrounded by a community of strong, supportive women. They organized workshops on financial literacy, self-defense, and emotional healing, creating a safe space for women to share their experiences and empower one another. One day, as they were preparing for an upcoming event, Lily turned to Claire, her expression serious. "Mom, I want to do something special for the women who have supported us. I want to honor them at our first gala." Claire smiled, touched by her daughter's thoughtfulness. "That's a wonderful idea, Lily. We can recognize their strength and resilience." As the gala approached, Claire and Lily worked tirelessly to plan a memorable evening. They secured a venue, invited local businesses, and reached out to women who had been part of their journey. The excitement in the air was palpable as the day finally arrived. On the night of the gala, the venue was beautifully decorated, filled with flowers and soft lighting. Claire and Lily stood at the entrance welcoming guests with warm smiles. As the evening unfolded, Lily took the stage to share her story once more. "Thank you all for being here tonight. This foundation is not just about me. It's about all of us. Together, we can create a community of support and empowerment." The audience erupted in applause, and Claire felt tears of joy welling in her eyes. This was the culmination of their hard work and dedication, a celebration of strength and resilience. As the night continued, they honored the women who had supported them, presenting awards and heartfelt speeches. Claire watched as Lily shone on stage, her confidence radiating throughout the room. Later in the evening, as they mingled with guests, Claire felt a sense of fulfillment wash over her. They had turned their pain into purpose, and together they were making a difference. As the gala came to a close, Lily turned to Claire, her eyes sparkling. "Mom, I couldn't have done this without you. Thank you for believing in me and for always being there." Claire smiled, wrapping her arms around her daughter. "You've always had the strength within you, Lily. I'm just glad I could help you find it." As they stood together, surrounded by the women they had inspired, Claire knew that this was just the beginning. They had faced their fears, fought for their rights, and emerged stronger than ever. With the success of the gala behind them, Claire and Lily felt a renewed sense of purpose. The empowerment project was gaining momentum, and they were determined to expand its reach. They began brainstorming new initiatives to help even more women reclaim their lives and find their voices. One afternoon, as they sat in their cozy living room, surrounded by notes and ideas, Lily looked up with excitement. "Mom, what if we start a mentorship program? We could pair women who have gone through similar experiences with those who are just starting their journey to recovery." Claire's eyes lit up at the idea. "That's brilliant, Lily. It would create a strong support network and help women feel less alone in their struggles." They spent the next few weeks developing the mentorship program, reaching out to potential mentors and organizing training sessions. The response was overwhelming, with many women eager to share their stories and support others. As the program launched, Claire and Lily held an orientation session for both mentors and mentees. The room was filled with a mix of nervousness and excitement as women gathered to connect and share their experiences. "Welcome, everyone," Lily began, her voice steady and confident. We're so glad you're here. This program is about building connections and empowering each other. You are not alone in this journey." Claire watched as Lily spoke, her heart swelling with pride. She had transformed into a leader, inspiring others to find their strength. Over the next few months, the mentorship program flourished. Women began forming bonds, sharing their stories, and supporting one another through the ups and downs of recovery. Claire and Lily organized regular meetups, creating a safe space for everyone to connect and grow. One evening, after a particularly successful gathering, Lily turned to Claire, her eyes shining. "Mom, I can't believe how far we've come. This program is changing lives." Claire smiled, feeling a sense of fulfillment. "It really is, Lily. You're making a real impact, and I'm so proud of you." As the program continued to grow, they decided to host a series of workshops focused on various aspects of healing and empowerment. They invited guest speakers, including therapists, life coaches, and successful women who had overcome their own challenges. During one workshop, a therapist spoke about the importance of self-care and setting boundaries. The room was filled with engaged participants, eager to learn and grow. Claire and Lily watched as women began to open up, sharing their experiences and supporting one another. After the workshop, Lily approached Claire, her expression thoughtful. "Mom, I think we should create an online platform for the Empowerment Project. It could be a place where women can connect, share resources, and find support no matter where they are." Claire nodded, impressed by her daughter's vision. "That's a fantastic idea. We can reach even more women and create a community that extends beyond our local area." They began working on the online platform, designing a website that would serve as a hub for resources, articles, and forums where women could connect and share their stories. As they launched the site, they felt a sense of excitement about the possibilities it would bring. The online platform quickly gained traction, attracting women from all over the country. They shared their experiences, offered advice, and formed friendships that transcended geographical boundaries. Claire and Lily were thrilled to see their vision come to life, creating a space where women could empower one another. As the months passed, Clara and Lily continued to expand their initiatives. They organized community events, fundraisers, and awareness campaigns to shed light on the issues of emotional abuse and empowerment. Their efforts were met with overwhelming support, and they began to collaborate with local organizations to reach even more women in need. One day, as they were preparing for an upcoming event, Lily turned to Claire, her expression serious. "Mom, I want to write a book about my journey. I want to share my story and the stories of other women to inspire even more people." Claire's heart swelled with pride. "That's an incredible idea, Lily. Your story is powerful, and it can help so many others." With renewed determination, Lily began writing her book, pouring her heart and soul into each chapter. Claire supported her every step of the way, helping with editing and brainstorming ideas. As the book took shape, Lily also included stories from other women who had been part of the Empowerment Project, showcasing their resilience and strength. The project became a collaborative effort, highlighting the voices of many who had faced similar struggles. Finally, after months of hard work, Lily's book was ready for publication. They held a launch event, inviting friends, family, and supporters to celebrate this significant milestone. The atmosphere was electric as Lily took the stage, her heart racing with excitement. "Thank you all for being here today," she began, her voice steady. "This book is not just my story, it's a collection of stories from incredible women who have inspired me. Together we are stronger, and I hope this book empowers others to find their voice and reclaim their lives." The audience erupted in applause, and Claire felt tears of joy streaming down her face. This was the culmination of their journey, a testament to resilience, strength, and the power of community. As the evening unfolded, Claire and Lily mingled with guests, sharing laughter and stories. They felt a sense of fulfillment, knowing they had created something meaningful that would continue to inspire others. In the months that followed, Lily's book gained recognition and she was invited to speak at various events and conferences. She became a sought-after speaker, sharing her journey and advocating for women's rights. Claire stood proudly by her side, supporting her every step of the way. Together, they had turned their pain into purpose, creating a legacy of empowerment and hope. As they looked toward the future, Claire and Lily knew that their journey was far from over. They were committed to continuing their work, helping women find their strength and reclaim their lives. As the years passed, the Empowerment Project continued to flourish, becoming a beacon of hope for women across the country. Claire and Lily had built a strong community, and their efforts were making a tangible difference in the lives of many. They had created a safe haven where women could share their stories, find support, and reclaim their lives. One sunny afternoon, as they prepared for their annual conference, Claire and Lily sat together in their office, reflecting on how far they had come. "Can you believe it's been 3 years since we started this journey?" Claire asked, a smile spreading across her face. Lily nodded, her eyes shining with pride. "It feels like a lifetime ago. I never imagined we would reach so many women and create such a strong community." Claire leaned back in her chair, her heart full. "You've done an incredible job, Lily. Your courage and determination have inspired so many. I'm so proud of the woman you've become." As they finalized the details for the conference, they received a message from a local news station expressing interest in covering the event. Excitement bubbled between them as they realized this could be an opportunity to reach an even wider audience. On the day of the conference, the venue was buzzing with energy. Women from all walks of life gathered to share their stories, attend workshops, and connect with one another. Claire and Lily welcomed attendees with open arms, their hearts swelling with joy at the sight of so many empowered women. As the conference kicked off, Lily took the stage to introduce the keynote speaker, a renowned advocate for women's rights. "I'm so honored to be here today, surrounded by so many incredible women," she began, her voice steady. "This conference is a celebration of our strength and resilience. Together, we can create a world where every woman feels empowered to share her story." The audience erupted in applause, and Claire felt a wave of pride wash over her. This was the culmination of their hard work, a celebration of empowerment and community. Throughout the day, attendees participated in workshops, shared their experiences, and formed connections that would last a lifetime. Claire and Lily moved through the crowd, engaging with participants and listening to their stories. Each conversation reinforced the importance of their mission. As the conference came to a close, Lily took the stage once more to share her vision for the future. "We've built something incredible here, but our work is far from over. I want to expand the Empowerment Project to reach even more women, especially those in underserved communities. Together, we can create a world where every woman knows her worth and has the resources to thrive." The audience erupted in cheers, and Claire felt tears of joy streaming down her face. They had created a movement, and the impact of their work was undeniable. In the months that followed, they launched new initiatives aimed at reaching marginalized communities. They partnered with local organizations to provide resources, workshops, and support to women who needed it most. The response was overwhelming, and they quickly realized the demand for their services was greater than they had anticipated. One day, as they were planning their next outreach event, Lily turned to Claire, her expression serious. "Mom, I think we should consider applying for grants to help fund our initiatives. We have the potential to make an even bigger impact." Claire nodded, impressed by her daughter's foresight. "That's a great idea, Lily. We can reach out to foundations that support women's empowerment and apply for funding to expand our programs." With renewed determination, they began researching grant opportunities and crafting proposals. Their hard work paid off, and soon they secured funding that allowed them to expand their outreach efforts significantly. As the empowerment project continued to grow, Claire and Lily found themselves invited to speak at national conferences and events. They shared their journey, inspiring others to take action and create change in their own communities. One evening, after a particularly successful event, Lily turned to Claire, her eyes filled with gratitude. "I couldn't have done any of this without you, Mom. You've always believed in me and supported my dreams." Claire smiled, her heart swelling with pride. "You've always had the strength within you, Lily. I'm just glad I could help you find it. Together, we've created something truly special." As they looked toward the future, Claire and Lily knew that their journey was far from over. They were committed to continuing their work, helping women find their strength and reclaim their lives. They envisioned a world where every woman felt empowered to share her story and support one another. Years later, as they stood together at the annual conference, Claire looked out at the sea of faces, women of all ages, backgrounds, and experiences, united in their shared mission. She felt a sense of fulfillment wash over her, knowing that they had created a legacy of empowerment that would continue to inspire future generations. "Thank you all for being here today," Lily said, her voice steady and confident. "Together we are stronger. Together we can change the world." As the audience erupted in applause, Claire felt tears of joy streaming down her face. They had turned their pain into purpose, creating a movement that would empower women for years to come. In that moment, Claire and Lily knew that they had not only changed their own lives, but had also ignited a spark of hope and strength in countless others. Their journey was a testament to the power of resilience, love, and the unwavering belief that every woman deserves to be heard, valued, and empowered.